Hi everybody. So this is going to be a review between the Revoltech original Ninja Turtles and the KO Revoltech, the knockoff version. Basically I just kind of wanted to show the difference between the two. I'm not really sure if you can even tell which one, so I'm going to save that for a second. Let you just kind of take a good look at both of them. See if this thing will focus on it. So I'll let you see both of them real quick. Some shipping material inside of here. And here's the other one. So, quick glance at the two of them. It is hard to tell the difference. Obviously, this guy is the knockoff. So as far as quality, the joints are obviously going to be better on the Revoltech. This guy right here. The paint job is just really, really nice on them. Let me see if I can get it to focus here. The paint job is just really, really nice. Just all the way around, everything's perfect. The joints are really tight. Actually, almost too tight because whenever I grab the bandana to turn the eyes, some of the parts are just so tight that I just feel like they're going to break. When I turn the joints for this, I just feel like it might break. It probably won't, but now the one on the knockoff version, I need to see if I can get a good view here of the paint job. Wish there was a manual focus on this thing. There we go. Keeps wanting to go to the background. Let me see if I can fix this here. So the paint job is just not nearly as nice. You can see all kinds of little nicks here and there on it. Just throughout. This little nunchuck holder, glue is already starting to come off on this. Little bitty nicks in the plastic, little imperfections. Right up here, this is the first one I noticed, the biggest one. Come on, focus, bastard. There we go. So you can kind of see on the arm just the little issues I'm having with it. Underneath the arm, the paint's just starting to run. On the face, the paint's not nearly as good. But one of the big differences I noticed on this was the coloring on the joints. The joints here and the body don't match, whereas they do on this one. It actually looks to me like they used the joints off of Michelangelo and then use the arms off some of the other figures. I'm not really sure whose skin tone. It looks like actually probably Donatello's skin tone matches the best. But these joints here on the knockoff version, they don't match. The paint don't match. Aside from that, the figures aren't bad. The joints aren't quite as tight, but they still hold up. They still do all the different maneuvering. One of the big things when I took it out of the package was this nunchuck broke on me, so I had to fix it with some wires. You can kind of see it there. The camera's not going to focus because it's a piece of shit. Fucking piece of shit. I am sorry. Other than that, my goal for this guy is I'm going to use him as to make a custom out of. Just probably not do too much custom work on it. I will probably just do a paint job on him. If I can get the face apart, I would love to fix the eyes just because they are so bad. But other than that, for the money between for those two, man, it's a tough decision. If you have the money, get the Revoltech. If you can't afford it, get the KO. You probably won't be too disappointed. From 5 foot away, you can't tell the difference. It is very, very hard to tell the difference between the two of them. As long as you don't look at the nunchuck that I kind of did a half-ass repair on. That set of Revoltech, this is the originals over here. They're awesome. They're great. If you got the money, spend it on them. If you don't, get the knockoff. You're not going to be disappointed. I'm going to use this guy as a custom just because it's a Revoltech. It'll look really good. I hate that. I kind of want the shell to be, I just basically want a lot more paint detail than what's on it. The sculpt's just fine. I'm not going to change anything. I'll probably add some texturing to the shell because it's really just too smooth. And again, I apologize about the camera not auto-focusing right, but the bases are basically identical. The joints are in the same spot. The big thing is the joints aren't as tight. The paint's not quite as good. I have a cat that's an asshole. You can see the neck just got broke. So, thanks, cat. You're awesome. Appreciate it. It's not broke. It's not in great shape, but it's not broke. But anyway, get the Revoltech. Just be careful who you buy it from. I tried to buy the knockoff several times, and both times I got screwed over basically. As far as someone trying to rip me off, so I just went ahead and bought all the new ones, all the originals. I got these for a really good price. I found them used off eBay, so I don't have the packaging for them, which kind of sucked, but I was going to display them anyway, so I'm not missing it too much. That's the only reason I bought them. I would have just probably bought all KOs. But I bought other KOs that are probably just fine. A couple masterpiece figures up there. Well, at least one. The rest of them are originals. That's actually what got me to buy the Revoltech KO, because I'd never really heard of KOs. Didn't know it was a thing. So yeah, if you got the money, get the originals. If you don't, get the KO. But if you want to make some cool customs, get the KO. They're cheaper, and if you're going to paint them anyway, screw it. Don't spend the money on the originals to make knockoffs. The joints are really similar. There are some fixes to make the joints tighter, but I think they're fine. They're loose, but they hold their place really well. Just don't let your cat hop up on the table when you're messing with it, because it'll knock him over, and because he's an asshole. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a good day.